Hey guys, Tom here, and welcome to the Cutting Room 101. Now some of you might be wondering who I am because I've only posted one review on this channel so far, and I have to apologize for that, but I've been so busy lately with work and school. I mean, work has just been relentless. I've been going in so many days, and school, don't even get me started on school. I mean, there's been homework after homework, test after test. It has just been awful. Yeah. But things are getting easier now. A lot of my school projects are being wrapped up, and things are just getting a lot easier. So I have more time to make videos, in which I love to make videos. And don't think for a second that I don't like to make videos, because I love video making. I actually want to go to college for video editing, directing, and there's nothing better than posting a video on YouTube and just getting feedback, good feedback. People saying how good your video was, people agreeing with you, writing their own kind of consensus on whatever you're talking about. It's always great to have your fans or your people interact with you, and I love that. And I think that's what this channel is all about, is just a bunch of movie reviewers or movie people coming together and just talking about film and having fans, comment and, just interact with us and just Anyway, let's just cut the crap and let's get to what we're really here for today, and that topic is our favorite movie openings. Now this topic was chosen by Jordan Rowe from his channel Ronet, and I think this is a great topic. I mean, movie openings basically define the movie itself. It can make your movie look good, it can make it look bad, it sets the mood, it does so much things. And today I don't just have one for you, I have three. That's right, 1, 2, 3. Boom! And the reason for that is because, well, I couldn't just pick one. These three openings I love so much. They're just openings that whenever I see, I just get shivers down my spine, and they just make me feel so awesome. So let's start with the first one, and that is Taxi Driver, a Martin Scorsese film. Now, this movie is about a character named Travis Bickle, played by Robert De Niro, and he's basically a character that represents loneliness and awkwardness and just everything depressing, really. And his character is a taxi driver in New York, and basically he just hates scum, and he wants nothing to do with scum. He wants to basically stop scum any way he can. Now this is one of my favorite films of all time. I adore this film. It's a film that really grew on me over the years, and I can purely say that this opening is pure badass. Now the opening to this movie definitely sets the tone for the rest of the film. Now the first shot of the movie is the streets of New York, and it's all scummy looking, it's all dark, there's like smog smoke rising up from the sewer vents, and you hear Bernard Herrmann's theme, which is amazing. It's really heavy jazz, it's so badass, it's so dark, cynical, it just sounds so great, and it just perfectly complements the scene that's taking place. And then what happens is the taxi cab drives through, and as it passes by, the opening text pops in that says Taxi Driver. Now after this shot, what you see is Robert De Niro driving the taxi, you see shots of New York, it just looks really scummy, and it really sucks you into this world. And Bernard Herrmann's score for this movie is outstanding. It's definitely one of the best. It's so good. It's so good. But the opening to this movie just really sets the tone, it really sucks you into this world, and it just really makes you feel, and it's just a great opening to a great movie. Another one of my favorite openings is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. And I know I just went from Taxi Driver to Spider-Man, but this opening really is good. And I love this movie. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. I saw it when I was in like first grade. I was really young, and this is one of the first like epic movies I ever saw in theaters. It was big, it was awesome, there was action, it was rated PG-13, and there was swearing. It was fucking awesome. Obviously now that I'm older, I can still see a lot of the flaws that the movie has, but it's still a great film, and I really like it. And my opinion on the opening of this movie will never change because it has affected me since I first saw it, and I still love it ever since I first saw it. Now I'm going to go all the way back to the logos, not even the actual first shot, the logos itself. First off, you see the Columbia Pictures logo, and it's zooming out like it does, but Danny Elfman's score is playing, and his score for this movie is outstanding. It starts off really quiet, it has this kind of eerie sound to it, and you can just tell it's going to start building up. And then the Marvel logo pops up, and the soundtrack just keeps building and building tension. In the opening, you see a lot of like CGI webs going across the screen, and the camera's kind of following it, and you see like kind of a 3D model of Spider-Man's body. And the music just keeps building tension to this awesome climax, and just seeing Spider-Man's body and the webs going across everywhere, it's a really fast opening, it's a really awesome, intense, and really BA opening. And again, when I first saw this in the theaters, my jaw was just dropped. I was just amazed how awesome this opening was. And to this day, I still think this opening is just a really cool, it's really serious, and just a really awesome opening. And it just sets you up for what's going to be a really fun and exciting superhero movie. I loved it the first time I saw it, and I love it now. It's a great opening. And the last opening I'm going to mention is a very recent movie, and that is Drive. This movie is directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, and it's actually one of my favorite films of 2011 so far. It basically stars Ryan Gosling as a no-name. He goes by the name driver or narrator or whatever you want to call him in the movie. By day he does car stunts for movies, and by night he performs tasks which involve driving. He finds a girl who he really likes, but her husband's in jail and he just gets released. And he has a problem, and if he doesn't fix it, then him and his family could be in danger. So Ryan Gosling tries to help, but everything goes wrong, and the movie's just a huge clusterfuck of awesomeness. Like I said, I love this movie, and the opening is awesome. Much like Taxi Driver, the opening to this movie perfectly sets the tone for what the rest of the film is going to be like. Now, the first 5 minutes or so isn't a story. It doesn't start the story off, doesn't really introduce the characters. It just shows you Ryan Gosling and his talent. He can drive really, really well. It just shows him at night doing a job for criminals, driving them from point A to point B without getting caught by the cops. Now, this sort of 5-minute sequence of him doing a job is so tense and just so awesome. I mean, I love how it doesn't really introduce characters, it just shows you what he does as a living. And it's badass. It's directed extremely well, and it's just so awesome, and it really just cements you into the movie. And then after that, the intro credits pop up, and the song Night Call by Kavinsky starts playing, which is awesome, by the way. If you haven't heard it, I'll put the link in the description. It's a techno song. It came out like 2 years ago, and it feels kind of like an 80s techno song, but kind of revamped for like modern day. And it's awesome. I love this song. It's so cool. And basically, this song is playing while Ryan Gosling is just driving around the city. And this alone just creates this amazing atmosphere. It really sucks you into the city. The song mixed with the excellent direction really just makes this awesome and cool opening. But the intro showing what he does and then the intro credits really just mesh well, and they just create the perfect tone for the rest of the film, and it's just so awesome. So those are my 3 favorite openings. If you guys haven't seen these movies yet, I highly suggest seeing them. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't know who I am, I'm Tom Veliotis. If you want to check my channel out, the link is in the description below. I do movie reviews, DVD, Blu-ray updates, and a lot more. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching The Cutting Room 101.